Hello again to another EMP tutorial. This time I want to show you how you can create boxplots. Now, there is a command for that. Formatboxplot. And basically this command is used to format one of the fields as a boxplot. I'll just go with Control Space, open the manual and grab one of the examples here. So what this does, it creates some random batch job data. As you see here, so we have like batch jobs that are executed, that are queued, they are started and have a duration and are reported. And what we are doing, we are using the formatboxplot command to create a boxplot and use the min of the bar as the start point and the max of the bar as the end. So the start value, so this value here, will be used as the minimum and the end will be used as the maximum. And that creates a boxplot like this. Now let's go a little bit further and see some more advanced examples. So we have here one that is actually taking this epoch timestamps here. And as you see, we just here have nothing that is really readable. And what we can do is we can define the parameter epoch true. And when we execute this, then what we see here is that we actually get the times as the epoch values. Good. So let's see what else we have here. We can color this. So this is very useful if you have multiple like time series or groups. In this case, I will just keep the service name here as well, so we see what is going on. So we basically here generate some kind of random color by the service name, and then this color is used for the service name here. So as you see, we have now a visual grouping by color for every service that we have here. As you see, we have very nice box plots here, and this one here only has one execution of a job. Good. So as you see, what we can define here as well, we can define a minimum, a low, a high, and a maximum. And with that, we also get these whiskers that show like the minimum and the maximum of the chart. And we have the low is the start of the box and the high is the end of the box. And as you see, we can visualize like when are things running at the same time and these kinds of things, and we can like have this kind of Gantt chart with this specific boxplot formatting. Now we have some more things we can do with that. For example, if we have this OHCL, open, high, low and close data that is often used in financial charts, we can use that as well. Just be aware that low is not the low of the OHCL data in this case. So here it would be the min, would be the low would be the open, the high would be the close, and the max would be the high in this case. And this would give us, we have now here like kind of trading data. And as we see, we have here a symbol, and for this symbol, we have some trading data, and basically we get a chart of the trading data here. let's see, what else do we have here? We have just typical boxplot statistics. So these are like the most common ones that are used, like the P25, P50, P75, and min and max. We can define this all here, and we have here as well, we define the field name boxes, so we can have here our own name. And we can also define the color, not as random, but based on some kind of value. So this is what we see here. So we can give it kind of a status coloring. This relative here, you can, as you see, like these box plots are like in different sizes, but when I set relative to false, what happens is they will use the whole width of the column, and this makes it easier readable depending on what kind of data you are analyzing. This can be quite useful. Good, what else do I have to explain? We can change the width here, for example, let's say 500 pixels. So you see that the box plot will get bigger width. What could also be useful if you have here instead of false true. So you see more details for this very small data here. Good. Let's see if there is something else. Oh yeah, there is. You can also, with this one, you can create percentage bars. This one here, it's also an interesting use case. So you can create this kind of percentage bars that show, like, in relation to the other box plots, what kind of value that they have. So basically what we do here is we take the min value based on an if, and the max value based on an if as well. And the color, we also say if it's bigger or smaller than 0, we make red or green, or if it's 0, then we just take green. Now this one makes more sense if we actually sort it by the value. Then you see as well, like, how this whole thing is working. Good. So this is basically the format box plot that you can also combine with other field formatting. So if you want to have a box plot, but as well a chart, you can also use multiple box plots. So there is no limit to that. Let's say use 100 pixel like this. You can also use here multiple of those. Field equals box. So you can do as many as you want, maybe with different values. And yeah, I hope that's useful for you, and that you can create very nice box plots to visualize your data.